What's up, guys? I'm Isa Mamede and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about how you can remember what you study. I'm going to teach you the Feynman technique, that is a study tool that has been helping me be a straight A student since high school until medical school. It is a method that was developed by Richard Feynman, who is a famous teacher, physicist, and author. He is most known for being able to convey complex information to everybody. Well, and this is what this technique is all about. This method is divided in 4 steps. The first step is identifying the concept that you want to learn. Well, while you are doing that, you will gather all the information that you can find about that concept. Doesn't matter the source, it can be a textbook, a YouTube video, the internet, whatever. And then you will write all that information on a paper, making a short essay. You don't need to put too much detail in that essay, it can be only the main topics because it is only to help guide you through this technique. The second step is explaining that concept to somebody else in the simplest way possible. After you gather all the information about that concept, you'll probably have at least a bit of understanding about that, and you will study the best you can and try to convey that knowledge to another person. It doesn't actually need to be a real person. You can imagine one. That's what I normally do. I normally speak it to myself. And that is a very important thing. You have to speak it out loud. The third step is identifying your knowledge gaps. While you are trying to explain it to somebody else, you probably notice parts that you didn't understand well or that you can actually explain. And that leads you to the fourth step. The fourth step consisting on studying those parts that you didn't have a good comprehension on again. After you studied it again, you will try to explain it another time. And that's basically what the Feynman technique is all about. But now I'm going to give you tips on how you can apply it effectively to your study session. I highly recommend you to try to explain it to people with different level of knowledge. And what do I mean by that? For example, if you are having a college exam and you are studying for it, the first person that you are going to try to explain it to is a classmate. And as I said before, it can be an imaginary classmate. After you are satisfied with that explanation that you gave, you are now going to try to do it again, but this time to a high school student. And after the high school student, you do it again to a middle school student until you get to the kindergarten student. Each time, you will have to simplify that information even more. And the more you simplify it, the better you understand it. It reminds me of something that Einstein said. He said that if you can explain something in a simple way, it means that you didn't understand it well enough. And that's the main goal of explaining it to people with different levels of knowledge. Each time that you explain it, as I said before, you have to simplify it, and it will give you a better grasp on how much you know about that concept. The second tip that I want to give to you is try to use analogies. Analogies normally link the information that you are trying to convey to your daily basis, and it makes it easier for you to relate to it and remember it later. Well, this study method has multiple benefits, but there are some that I find the most important. The first one is that it helps you consolidate that memory. Let me give you an insight on how your memory works. We have 2 major groups of memories, the declarative ones and the non-declarative ones. The declarative side, we have facts and events. On the other side, we have skills, abilities, and conditionings. Conditionings being muscular memory and emotional responses. Both kinds of memories can be short-term memories or long-term memories. Short-term are those that last for a few hours or days, And long terms are those that can last for months, years, or even a lifetime. And that's the main goal of this video. Teach you how to convert short-term memories in long-term memories. This conversion is called consolidation. In the Feynman technique, every time that you are reviewing that concept or explaining it again, you are activating the consolidation process and transforming your short-term memory into long-term memory. Another benefit is that this tool forces you to have a bigger comprehension level of that concept. Every time that you are trying to explain it, you normally have to decompose that same information into smaller pieces and actually try to understand each piece. We tend to think that our brain is a giant box where multiple memories are stored and each memory is like a photo. But that isn't true. Our memories aren't stored as a whole. They are stored into smaller pieces, they are fragmented, and sometimes each part is stored in a different place of your brain. And when you request information to your brain, when you are trying to recall something, your brain puts all those different pieces together like a puzzle. And that's why it's possible for you to remember incomplete information or an information with a detail that is wrong. For example, if you know a woman and sometimes you can't remember her name, or you can remember her name but you remember the wrong name. That's very common, and the Feynman technique helps you prevent this from happening because you are teaching your brain how to handle those fragments and how to put them together in an easy way. There are two major benefits that I see on this method. The first one is that it enhances a lot your speaking skills. We all know that this is a very important ability nowadays. Being able to convey information in a concise and clear way is very useful not only at school or at work, but at your daily basis when trying to communicate to somebody else. That's it for today. I hope this helped you as much as it has been helping me over the past few years. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button and share it with your friends and family. Feel free to leave any comments or suggestions in the comment section down below. Until the next time.